Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Ma'am Mariah, your English teacher for today. And before we'll start our lesson, I'd like to sincerely thank you for all those who joined my class. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, okay, for more English grammar lessons and for oral classes as well. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so for today, we're going to continue the lesson for the if conditional. So 2 days ago, we already had the second conditional for unreal situations, how to use sentences for unreal situations. Okay, this time, we're going to have the third conditional. Okay, it will be about situations that happened that actually already happened, but it did not really happen. Okay, so you're wishful thinking that yeah, already happened. So just like regrets. Okay, you can't bring back time anymore. Yeah, like that. The thought is like that. Okay, so before you regret something, please do mind yes, thinking about it a lot of times. Okay, yes, it's about decision making before you regret many things in your life. Okay, so here for the if third conditional we have here, it is also known as type 3 conditional. It is used for unreal situations just like the second one, but it only happens in the past. Okay, for the second conditional, it could be unreal in the present and in the future. Okay, this one, it's in the past. One can also think of it as the imaginary case. Okay, the condition statement was unreal in the past, so the condition was not met and the dependent did not happen. Okay, yes, so there it goes. So if I would have, yes, if like that. So those what ifs in your lives, okay? If we had a second chance, okay, would you still, yeah, so like that. Okay, would you still have a, we will, yeah, continue the lesson, how to structure, okay, this third conditional. But before that, let's do have example sentences here. Okay, we have here, if the weather had been nice yesterday, I would have barbecued. I would have barbecued. Yes. So as we all know, okay, yeah, that was yesterday. So we experienced storm signal number one. Okay, so the weather was not really fine. Yeah, was not really fine. It was the actual. Okay, so unreal. This one, yeah, it did not happen yesterday. So which means to say, I was not able to have a barbecue. I did not barbecue because this good weather did not happen yesterday. Okay, that's the thought. Okay, another sentence here. If I had been rich, she would have come with me last July. Okay, yeah, so regrets already come. Okay, yes. So I should have invited her, yes, often like that. If I had, if I had gotten much courage, I would have, yes, invited her often. Okay, so, but I didn't have courage at that time. Okay, it did not happen. Yeah, 5 years ago, okay, you invited her, but you were not rich at that time yet. So the girl did not come to you. Yes, it all goes with the money, as they said. Okay, so here we go. So the sentence here, okay, the thought is, if the weather had just been nice, okay, the weather was not nice, so we couldn't or we did not barbecue. It was unreal, imaginary situation in the past. Okay, I hope that one is clear. Okay, I think yes. My screen is, yes, hiding. Yes, here, there. So I hope that's already clear for you. Okay, now let's try to have, okay, its structure. How to structure a writing your if situations. Let me yes, adjust my screen there. Okay, so we have if. Okay, we usually start with if plus a subject plus past perfect tense. Past perfect tense had been washed, have been had, sorry, had been talked. Okay, like that. It's past perfect tense. Okay, then you do have your subject to plus would, could, should, might plus have. Okay, remember you have you have here, not had. Okay, it's only in the if clause you will have your past perfect. You could not put or pair if with the would, could, or the modal verbs in the if clause. Modal verbs are together with your dependent, okay, idea or dependent situation. So it should be written here. Okay, so let's do have this example. Okay, if Mr. Thompson had worn his raincoat, he wouldn't have caught a cold. Okay, so here, if subject Mr. Thompson, past perfect tense had worn. Okay, past had worn, perfect tense. Okay, this is the past participle. A past perfect tense, we have, yes, the had, yeah, the had, and then the past participle. Past participle, wear, wore, worn. Okay, that's the past participle. His raincoat, and then this is the subject to the dependent situation here, or the idea. He, subject number 2, and then we have would. Yes, not would. Yeah, it depends on the on the thought of your sentence, if it's negative or positive. Would, then have, then your other verb. Okay, he wouldn't have caught a cold. Okay, so the idea of the sentence, yes, which means to say Mr. Thompson did not actually wear his raincoat. So that's why he has a cold today. Okay, yes, another example we have. If I hadn't complained, I wouldn't have got my money back. Okay, here, if I hadn't complained. Okay, so which means to say in the real situation, in the real world, he complained, right? I wouldn't have got my money back. Okay, so he did not complain, so he was not able to get the money. Am I right? Yes, but since he complained, so he was able to get his money back. Okay, next, if Mr. Newton had had a driving license, he would have got the job easily. Okay, so this is the past perfect tense. Had. Okay, then we have the past participle. Okay, remember, has, have, had. Okay, am I correct? Yeah, have is the base form. Have, had. Okay, yes, sorry. Have is the base form. Past tense is had. Past participle is had. Have, had. So that's why Newton had had a driving license. He would have got the job easily, which means to say, since he did not have the driving license, so he was not able to get the job. Or yeah, probably he got the job, but not that easily. So a lot of requirements, additional requirements. Okay, another example. They would have heard the news if they had listened to the radio. They would have heard the news if they had listened to the radio, which means to say they did not listen to the radio, so they were not able to know what the news is. Okay, so here we had a swap. We interchange. Okay, so we started with a dependent situation or dependent idea, and then the if here. So that's why no need to use comma. So again, we still have the same structure. If they, subject, past perfect tense, had listened, and then subject here, they would have heard the news. Would have heard the news. Okay, so would have heard the news. Okay, this is your third verb. Okay, now let's have another note here. Okay, so just like in the first and the second conditional, we can, I think I can already go back to my, yes, my screen here. So just like in the first and second conditional, we can also have the swapping. We can do the swapping. Okay, so yeah, we already had an example earlier. If you had paid the bill on time, we wouldn't have had to pay late fee. Okay, where am I? Okay, so as we would like to exchange the structure, we can say we wouldn't have had to pay late fee if you had paid the bill on time. Okay, yes, so it's yeah, I can imagine a wife talking to her husband. Okay, yes. Okay, so let's do have, okay, example. Okay, yes, it's already the answer provided there. I don't know what happened. Let's try to go back, okay, recall, okay, how the third conditional if structured, okay, by these following exercise. Okay, so remember the structure, okay. So for the third conditional, that is not true in the past, okay, so if plus your subject plus the past participle, and then this for the dependent clause, you do have your the second subject, then you do have your would, should, have, then the other verb. Okay, you cannot pair the if clause with a would, should, have. It's always in the other part of your the other side, which is the dependent side, not together with the if clause. Okay, so here there's already the answer, so we'll just have to yes, adjust with it. Okay, I'll try to adjust my screen as well. Okay, if Mrs. Doe had been operated on immediately, her life could have been saved. Okay, could have been saved. So it means to say, yes, Mrs. Doe was not. She was not able to make it. Yes, so she passed away. Okay, so her life was not saved. There was no operation done immediately. Okay, next, if Jordan known me before, he could have loaned me some money. I don't know if this is a good or positive or negative news. Okay, if Jordan had known me before, he could have loaned me some money. Okay, if I'm Jordan, then this is a good news. Yes, if it's me, then this is me here. Yeah, it's just okay. Okay, next. If you blank leave 10 minutes earlier, you would have missed the train. So, if you had left 10 minutes earlier, you wouldn't have missed the train. So in this case, we use the negative, which means to say that, okay, good news, okay, good news, not good news, okay. So in this situation or in this idea, so she or he actually, yeah, if you had left 10 minutes earlier, then you wouldn't have missed the train. So which means to say, so he was late. Okay. Yeah, that's why. Okay, another sentences here. Let's try. Okay. If Zaira had been walking carefully, she wouldn't have fallen badly. Okay, so if Zaira, okay, the if clause here, so had the past perfect tense. Okay, she wouldn't have fallen badly. So which means to say Zaira was careless enough to walk. Okay, another. I blank helped them if one had told me that they were in trouble. So something that's true, that did not actually happen in the past. I would have helped them if one had told me that they were in trouble. Okay, I was not able to help them. Nobody told me that they need help. Okay, I didn't know. If I would have known, I would really help them like that. If I had known, I would have helped them. Okay, next is I not be angry. So the verb here, yes, we have here be, so be verb. And if you had told me the truth. So if here the part, if you had told me the truth. So we'll have would, have, could, should, and have. Okay, so if we do have the negative, so we pair it with our modal verb. I wouldn't have been angry if you had told me the truth. Okay, so this is now sentence from a girlfriend caught yeah, the boyfriend cheating, something like that. Okay, well, I hope the discussion or the explanation of the if third conditional is already clear for you. Okay, thank you for joining my class today. Yes, it's great learning English grammar, right? Okay, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, okay, for more English grammar lessons. That would be all for today. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.